It started with a favor, a simple, innocent favor. Jason needed a place to stay after his divorce. My old friend Emily, his sister, called and asked if I could let him crash for a few weeks. I had a guest room, I had space, and maybe I was too lonely to say no. I hadn't lived with anyone in almost 3 years, not since Daniel walked out of my life with silence instead of closure. So when Jason showed up with nothing but 2 duffel bags and that quiet, tired smile of his, I told myself it was just temporary, nothing more. But the first night, I couldn't sleep. I heard the soft hum of the shower down the hall, the sound of footsteps across the wooden floor, the low creak of the guest bed as he settled in. He didn't belong here, and yet it didn't feel wrong. It felt like something. Waiting. The second week, things shifted. He started cooking in the mornings. Eggs, coffee, a bit of jazz humming in the background. I'd come downstairs still half asleep, and he'd already have a cup waiting for me. You always liked it black, right? He'd ask. I nodded, wondering how he remembered. He was 10 years younger than me, quieter, more observant. The kind of man who looked you in the eye and didn't say much, but when he did, it meant something. Like the night we sat on the back porch after a rainstorm, wine between us, air thick with heat and silence. I used to watch you, he said. Suddenly, I turned, surprised. What? When I was younger. You'd come over to the house with Emily. You were always calm, like you had this stillness. I never forgot that. I laughed nervously. That was a long time ago. Not for me, he said, eyes not leaving mine. My heart thudded. The wine tasted sweeter after that. I told myself to be careful, but I wasn't. The tension built slowly, like the heat before a summer storm. We danced around it, soft smiles, long glances, shared spaces that lingered too long. I caught him watching me fold laundry once, his gaze tracing the curve of my spine beneath my shirt. He didn't look away. Neither did I. One night, I walked into the kitchen to find him shirtless, wiping down the counter. His skin still glistened from a shower. He smelled like cedar and something darker. You okay? He asked. I nodded, though my breath caught. You keep walking like you're holding your breath. I didn't answer. I couldn't. He took a slow step toward me, then another. The space between us dissolved. I'll leave, he whispered. If that's what you want. I shook my head. Don't. He reached up, gently brushing a strand of hair from my face. His touch wasn't rushed, it was reverent. His fingers lingered just a second longer than they should have. I leaned in, and for the first time in years, I kissed someone because I wanted to, not because I was supposed to. It was soft at first, testing, then deeper, warmer, like pouring honey over fire. He pulled me close, his hand against the small of my back. The world blurred around us, just breath, warmth, and the ache of long-forgotten wanting. We didn't speak that night. We didn't need to. He didn't sleep in the guest room. He didn't sleep much at all, but the morning after, he was gone. A note left on the kitchen counter. I didn't mean to cross a line. I just couldn't pretend anymore. I'll come back when I know it's not just one made to you. My hands trembled as I read it, because it wasn't just one night. It never had been. 3 days passed. The silence was heavier than anything. But on the 4th morning, I heard the front door open. Jason stood there, holding a bag of groceries. Still like your coffee black? He asked. I smiled through tears. Only if you make it.